Good day everyone, this is Frost and this is Frost Moto. First, thank you God for allowing this to happen, and second, Sir Azzy, the owner of the MotorStar GPR 250 latest version, thank you sir for allowing me to borrow review your bike. So before we begin, you know what to do. If you're on motorcycle, push subscribe button, and if you're on updates, push the notification bell. And intro. Let's have a sound check. GPR 250 MotorStar SC project underbelly. What we have here is the MotorStar GPR 250 latest version. So before you say negative about this brand or about this bike, finish the video first and you decide it for yourself. The price point of this one is around 79 to 83,000 depending on your location. So one nice thing about the GPR 250 is, even though it's China, it is a very good quality. So I'm not sure about this one, but I believe the engine came from Zhongchen, but they are all assembled here in the Philippines. So a little background also on the company. MotorStar has been here since 2006 or more, and they're still providing Filipinos good quality engines, especially affordability. So I know some of you will say that don't choose the MotorStar or this brand because it's local, it's China, so on and so forth. And I believe right now, everything is China. But anyway, MotorStar 250 or the GPR 250 target audience are not those Filipinos who can afford expensive bike. The target audience of this brand is those Filipinos who want to experience, good aesthetic bikes and also good quality with a very affordable price. I mean, let's be honest, if you could afford expensive bike, then we'll choose that one. But again, like I said, everyone couldn't afford that one. So that's also the reason why the MotorStar is really good in selling bikes, especially here in the Philippines. The goal of the MotorStar is offering affordable machine with good and reliable engine. And lastly, offering a motorcycle with good aesthetic to make the user at least experience the feeling what it's like having a branded look-alike bike. I mean, money for value, you already got it here in the GPR 250. By offering you a good performance engine that can do overtakes and has capability of long ride. Just to make things more interesting, I want you to look at the headlight. So, I shall turn it on to make it more clear. Okay? Right, this is what it looks like if it's off. Right, so let's turn it on. As you can see, based on its headlight, it is very aggressive, especially in nighttime. And if you are not really in-depth or familiar with bikes, then you can actually say that this one is really expensive by the aesthetic and the looks that it offers. So, and the second major factor that it offers, money for value. For a price point of 79 to 83,000, it actually offers you with a very good, reliable engine. So, money for value, it is pretty much in its value and it serves its purpose. So, no complaint added to it. And now let us go for its engine. So the engine is powered by a 249.6cc single-cylinder, air-cooled and oil-cooled 4-stroke, 2 valves, single overhead cam, and a 5-speed transmission. So a lot of people complain why not make it 6, and also that's the reason why a lot of people choose the Rossi Sigma 250 because it's a 6-speed. So honestly speaking, I don't understand the logic behind that. So anyway, let's go for its other details. So as we can see here, we have the radiator and some radiator cover. So the quality of plastic is pretty much decent, especially, you know, at its price point. So a lot of people complain that the quality of plastic here is very cheap. So let's go for the other details. So the burn stroke, I do not have enough details, but the max power is 16.4 kW at 9,000 RPM. It provides you a max torque of 22.5 Newton meter at 7,000 RPM, and it is pretty much okay and decent considering that it's very affordable. And for its fuel capacity, it is 14 liters, carb type. It consumes around 30 to 43 km per liter, and again, it depends on your weight and your riding style. So one nice thing about a carb type is it is very easy to maintain and very cheap to replace. So maybe in the future, you know, MotorStar will replace it with an FI to make it more sufficient in terms of fuel consumption. So let's go for its tires. So for its front tires, it is actually 110 by 70 by 17, and the stock tire is CST Mag Sport. So CST has been used by a lot of big bikes already. And for the rear, it is 140 by 70 by 17, and still it is CST Mag Sport. So quality of bags is actually pretty much okay, and the quality of paint. So I hope that you can see it personally by yourself. So for its brakes calipers, I didn't have enough data to look at its dimension or sizes, but later we'll have a test drive and we'll find out if the stopping power is actually pretty okay. So let's go for its other details. And one nice thing about the GPR is it is already using a USB port. So in terms of long ride, or you're using this for your, you know, sideline, side hustles, then you got no problem with that. So the tank is actually metal, so which is very nice thing for me. I just want to go back with the looks. So the design is already been upgraded. So the owner added some, you know, decals, some Ducati mask. So this is really not the original look of the GPR 250s, but you can actually search that in Google. But actually the owner just added some slight, you know, changes. But basically the whole aesthetic, it looks like this. So for its suspension in front, it is actually gold inverted. I did not know the brand, but maybe if you want to ask the MotorStar, they can provide you with the details. So for the rear, it is monoshock, so actually pretty okay, especially in turning corners. So for the rear, it has some air scoops, and also the quality of seat is actually pretty nice. Again, considering the price point, so like I always say, it serves its purpose. So one nice thing about this one is everything is LED. Rear light is LED, turning indicators are LED, headlight is LED, like I showed you earlier. So let's check the display. So this is fully digital. As you can see, I don't know if it's clear here, but this is the RPM, speed, gear, fuel, time, and odo. So if you want to check, click this one. So this is the trip. So for its switches, quality of grips is actually pretty much okay. So the clutch is very light considering that it has no features. So for its switches, you can see here the passing light, high beam and low beam, choke because it is carb. So turning indicators, horn, and on the right side is kill switch and ignition, and this one is for its lights. So and also for this one is the hazard. So brake lever is not adjustable. So what you see is what you get. And this is the POV if you're gonna use the MotorStar 250. So I guess that's it. Let's go for other details. Just an add-on, so for its features, it has none. What you see is what you get. For a price point of that, so again, I have no complaint. It serves its purpose, can be used daily, can be used on your stress ride, can take a lot of hits, and also can do aggressive riding. So for its dimensions, so again, I am 5'11", so this is what it looks like. Seat height is 795 and curb weight is 135. So for a 250cc, this is actually pretty much okay for its curb weight. So again, if you're a Filipino and your height is around 5'5", then it is pretty much alright. I mean, look at me, okay? So if you're gonna use the GPR 250, so this is what it looks like. So honestly speaking, in terms of aesthetic, body positioning, it is not, you know, aggressive, but it's somewhat in the middle. So let's have a test drive and let's find out more interesting things. So before we go to the final verdict, other details, you know, so on and so forth, I just want to clarify this to you. We are here in Naga, Cebu, one of the busiest street here. So we couldn't, top speed the bike, we couldn't feel the rhythm of the bike, I just want to tell you that early. So again, I have been riding a lot of bikes, so I know some of you will say negative things. Anyway, you will tell me again that I haven't fully comprehend the bike. So again, I have tested a lot of bike, and if you have tested a lot of bike, just getting the rhythm and starting the engine, driving it slowly or fast, you can actually feel the power of the engine. Okay, so let's begin our dissection. Alright, so I'll just recap everything that I had said, because I know a lot of people will just fast forward the video. So again, one nice thing about the MotorStar is, number one, affordability. We cannot deny the fact that even though a lot of negative people talking bad about or bad mouthing the brand or this bike, we cannot deny the fact that it's pretty much affordable. And second is the aesthetic. I mean, let's be honest, guys. No, let's be honest. Let's not be biased. Aesthetically wise, this one is by far the most good looking, affordable bike right now in the market. Third is, it is a reliable engine and a powerful engine considering the price point, and also it serves its purpose. You can overtake in places, especially in tight corners. So one nice thing about this one is, just in my own opinion, is for its price point, this one is pretty much decent for daily use. And if you're a person that wants long ride, busy street, like sidelines, deliveries, so on and so forth, then at least consider this one, especially if you want a good aesthetic, 250cc, ergonomics, sports bike, then this one is by far fits in your category. And one last thing that I love about this brand is, the parts are easily to find. If ever, your engine gets damaged, so on and so forth, then the replacement is, almost everywhere, and a lot of people knows how to fix this kind of bike. So let's U-turn here, because right in front of us, a few kilometers more, especially if you're living here in Cebu, you know that it's gonna be traffic there. So right, so hazard, right, so okay, turning indicators, right, slowly and surely. So I wanted to test drive this bike furthermore, just to feel the powers. But anyway, based on the records of the people that has been using this one, the top speed of this bike is around 135 to 145 kilometer. So actually, for a 250cc fifth gear transmission, it is pretty much decent and okay. And before I was planning to review this one, I was researching and asking some people. I hated when people compare the GPR 250 with the Sniper, and hated with people compared it with the R15. Those Filipino people just want to be competitive. They want to compare each bike to one to each other. So first is, let's be honest guys, this is a Filipino assembled here this is a Chinese engine assembled here in the Philippines. For that kind of price point, you wouldn't expect it to be as good as all of those Japanese bikes that you want to compare it. Yes, if you're going to compare it with the Sniper, yes, we know Sniper is faster, especially in starting point, so on and so forth, whatever it is, etc., etc. Like I said guys, to every person that I have known, when they ask me what bike they should buy, this is what I told them always: choose a motorcycle that makes you happy. Choose a motorcycle that that gives you the pleasure and joy that you are looking for. Don't listen to those people, those naysayers that they tell you choose this one, choose that one, whatever it is, and you will end up not being happy. So that's also the reason why a lot of people sell their bikes online, because some of their bikes are too overpowered, some of their bikes they could handle the bike, some of their bikes are aggressive. So like I said, if you want to buy a motorcycle, each bike is unique. So choose a bike that reciprocates on your driving style and on your your wants or your needs, and most importantly is in your budget. So do not spend or buy a motorcycle that you cannot even pay it monthly, or you cannot afford the cash. So again, that's also the reason why a lot of motorcycles are being assumed or taken back by the company or the bank. So I guess that's it. So I know that there are already a lot of reviews out there, especially this kind of bike, because this is one of the top selling motorcycle of the MotorStar. And there are already some better vloggers out there that can review better than me. So again, this is just my POV, my experience, the rhythm of the bike, and also I'm just talking with you in all honesty. So again, bottom line is, if you're going to ask me if this one is worth it, the answer is yes. For a price point of 79,000 to 83,000, it serves its purpose. It's worth buying. It offers you reliability. Accessories is almost everywhere. And also lastly is, if you want to showcase your charisma, or if you want to showcase yourself through this motorcycle, then this one is really one of the best choice, because you can, if you're going to search it online, there are already a lot of upgraded version with the GPR 250. They use dual disc brake in front, they change the shocks, so on and so forth. 1.2 per liter, and also you can do that. You can change your oil every month, because you can buy cheap oil as long as 10W40 or whatever is in your manual. And one nice thing is, you can change it on yourself. It's not complicated, so you can save a lot of money, especially in terms of labor. I guess that's it. So we're entering the climax. Let's check the final aesthetic of the GPR 250. Alright. So this is what it looks like from my POV in my helmet. So as you can see, to the headlight, Ducati like, and also for the rear, you see some air scoops here, like I said earlier. So I guess that's it. So if you love this review, push the subscribe button, and if you want updates, push the notification bell. Right, so thank you so much guys. Sir Adzi, the owner of the GPR 250, thank you for allowing me to borrow your bike. Again, that's it. So God bless everyone, ride safe always. Ciao.